What's up, guys? It's RSC6414 here, back with another video. This time I'm doing SmackDown review, which ended about 10 minutes ago. I'll give the overall review at the end, and I'm going to go ahead and start. It starts off with 6 guys coming out. Well, it starts off with Miz TV interviewing Big Show and Randy Orton. Big Show says he's going to TKO Orton, whereas Orton says he's going to RKO him. And then after that, here comes Jack Swagger. He's like, my match is going to be the most memorable Extreme Rules. Del Rio comes out, says his match, says something like similar to that, says he'll beat Swagger and Coulter needs to shut up. And then Coulter talked for Swagger when they were walking down the ramp. Then Mark Henry comes out, and then Sheamus comes out and says their match is going to be the most memorable, and Sheamus is going to bro kick Mark Henry. They argue. Mark Henry gets a strap, starts beating Sheamus with it, I think, and then everybody gets in a brawl. All 6 guys going against their opponent. Extreme Rules is battling out in the ring. It was a pretty good start of the night, and then Tay Long comes out like, wait a minute, players, and then says that there's going to be a 3-on-3 tag match tonight. Swagger, Henry, and Big Show versus Sheamus, Orton, and drew a blank. I'm drawing a blank for a sec. Sheamus, Orton, and who's Del Rio. Sorry, guys, I drew a blank for a sec. Sheamus, Orton, Del Rio versus Swagger, Big Show, and Henry. I was looking for this match, and tell you about it towards the end of the show because it's the main event. So that's pretty cool. I was excited about that. Takes us into our match, The Shield versus the Usos, which was announced on main event. If you watched it, the Usos come in and clear the ring of the Shield when they were jumping somebody. I forget who it was, and they announced the match. This match was pretty good. Back and forth, probably 4 or 5 minutes, sort of a short one, but I do like the Usos. It ended with Roman Reigns. They threw, I think, one of the Usos an Irish whip off the ropes, and then right into Roman Reigns' spear for the 1, 2, 3. Then the Shield takes out, is just stomping, taking out the Usos, and then Kofi Kingston comes down and clears the ring. He tries to fight him 1-on-3. They get him out of the ring. He comes in with a chair, whacks Ambrose in the back, and then whacks the other Shield members. They clear the ring, and then they walk out of the ring and out of the barricade, looking at Kingston. He's on the ropes with the chair, looking directly at Ambrose because they have a U.S. title match, Extreme Rules. So that was decent. Then the next match takes us into the Tons of Funk versus the Primetime Players. That was a tag match at Monday Night Raw. If you remember, the Primetime Players won. This match was decent. Another short one. Tons of Funk. It was sort of back and forth. There were some clotheslines, some chops, a lot of clotheslines by Titus O'Neil, and Darren Young was assisting him. I think one time Darren Young was thrown into one of the Tons of Funk members in the turnbuckle, and then towards the end of the match, Tons of Funk sandwich Darren Young, I think, and then they both run this way off the rope and then splash down like this, and they jump down like almost like a belly flop. Splash for the 1, 2, 3. Tons of Funk wins. This match was okay, I thought. It wasn't great, it wasn't bad. So yeah, this looks like they're having a little bit of a feud. Tons of Funk and Primetime Players, that's pretty cool. I do like Primetime Players, but they won Monday night, so it's cool, I guess, that Tons of Funk at least gets a win. So yeah, takes us into our next match, which I think was Chris Jericho, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, and Antonio Cesaro. This match was the best match of the night, in my opinion. It's great action back and forth, probably got 10-15 minutes. There was a couple times where Chris Jericho tried to hit the walls of Jericho's submission maneuver. Not tried to hit, but tried to get the submission maneuver, walls of Jericho, and failed. A couple times Cesaro hit an uppercut when Jericho jumped off the rope for the 1-2 near fall, which, I mean, was pretty cool. Then I think then another time Jericho hits springboard drop kick off the rope, and when Cesaro's on the apron and Cesaro falls off, so that move was pretty cool. Jericho does that a lot of springboard, but this time he made it a drop kick, a springboard with the drop kick, so that was pretty cool. And then it ends as I think Cesaro tries to hit the neutralizer. Maybe I know that Jericho gets the walls of Jericho. I think Cesaro tries to hit him. He ducks and then gets Cesaro into the walls of Jericho. Cesaro taps out, and Jericho wins the submission. And then here comes Fandango's music. Summer Rae comes walking out the apron, like just dancing around by herself. Fandango tries to hit him from behind. Jericho sees him and just pounds him into the canvas and starts beating him up. Cesaro comes at Jericho, hits him, and Fandango escapes. And then Jericho gets sort of angry and then hits Cesaro with the code breaker, looks directly at Fandango, making a statement that he's going to beat him at Extreme Rules, and this is what I'm going to do to you, kind of thing. And yeah, this match was the best match of the night to me. I do like Cesaro and Jericho; they're both good in-ring workers, so makes for a good match. So this is a best match of the night to me. That brings us. There were a couple video packages, if you're wondering. Like the past couple weeks, there was a Brock Lesnar, a lot of them. And then there was a backstage promo that I'll get to in a sec. Oh yeah, Teddy Long announced Miz versus Damien Sandow earlier in the night in a backstage promo after Miz TV finish. I think it was after the Tons of Funk match. He was like, Damien Sandow came in and talked to Teddy and interrupted while Miz was talking, and Teddy Long put Miz versus Sandow in a match. That's how the match is made. I'll get to that match in a sec. The next thing was a Swagger promo where they're at that YouTube channel thing. Zeb Coulter talks about extremism and how talks about what's wrong with the U.S. government, blah blah blah. That's what they talk about basically. Then they talk about how Ziggler's scared and he may not even be an injury, and that Swagger's the best. Just hypes up Swagger for their match Extreme Rules, and why people, then Coulter's like, I don't know why people cheer for Del Rio. He's not one of us. He's not from the U.S., so blah blah blah. Why do you cheer for him? You should be cheering for Jack because he's American. Blah blah blah. Same old stuff. Just hypes up Jack. Swagger says we the people within, like he always does, and Coulter delivers a good promo as always. Sort of whatever. It wasn't great, wasn't bad though. It's good, I guess. That takes us into the next match of the night. I think it was Damien Sandow. I'm looking. Yeah, Damien Sandow and The Miz. This match was pretty good, I thought. I thought this was another good match. It didn't get as much time as Jericho Cesaro, but it was good. Miz ends up winning off the figure 4 lock. I think Damien Sandow had a Russian leg sweep for the near fall once or twice, and then does his little, I can't pronounce his move, but it's like Elouette or something. I don't remember. Silhouette, I can't remember what it is. That was a near fall where he hits him with the elbow after he does all this mess, and then hits him with the elbow like that. And that was a near fall, and then Miz ends up giving him the submission maneuver when Cody Rhodes is ringside commentating, because Miz and Cody Rhodes have a pre-show match, Extreme Rules. Miz just decks Cody Rhodes in the face, punches him, Rhodes falls down, and then I think Damien Sandow tries to hit him, he ducks, and then Miz puts him in a figure 4 lock for the win, taps out, and then Miz gets on the rope like, yeah, what? So I'm going to do to you, Cody, an Extreme Rules pre-show match. I'm looking forward to that match, but as usual, pre-show matches only last 5 minutes, which is not very good. They hype up the show more than they actually show the match. But yeah, it should be good for 5 minutes. It's worth, I guess. I think the next match is Caitlyn versus Oksana. They show Caitlyn gets another package from her secret admirer, this time flowers with some gloves, like she wears those gloves. And I think they have a Twitter now, like the secret admirer, like I love, in love, W Caitlyn, LUV. I think they announced, so yeah, whatever. If you have a Twitter, follow them, I guess. I don't know if you're into the storyline. I know I probably won't. I don't really care. But yeah, that's basically what happened. Oksana Caitlyn was a decent match, I thought. It was pretty good. Oksana gives her like just throws her like almost like a suplex. Caitlyn hits the ropes. Another time, Oksana hits her with a couple kicks while Caitlyn's on the ground in the back of the neck twice for the near fall. And then what happens at the end is Oksana, I think she throws her Irish whip or misses a punch, goes off the rope, and then Caitlin's right there for the spear as usual. Or I think it's off the top rope. Caitlyn delivers a spear, maybe. I can't remember. But all I know is Caitlyn delivers a spear after Oksana misses something and wins for the 1, 2, 3. This match was good, like I said. Pretty good. Got 5 minutes probably. But yeah, I thought this match was decent. The Divas match is pretty good. And Caitlyn wins. The next match is the main event, which was Jack Swagger, Mark Henry, and The Big Show versus Randy Orton and Sheamus and Del Rio. This match was good. The main event match, pretty good. I thought it was the second best match of the night, maybe tied for number one. I thought the SmackDown show was pretty good. But yeah, this match is good. Back and forth action. It ends. There was a couple points where Jack Swagger delivers some suplexes and for near falls, and then another point where Big Show delivers a choke slam after he counters Sheamus's brogue kick for the near fall. Those were like the highlights where there were near falls. A couple times each person basically tried to deliver their signature and they'd counter out. Like I think Del Rio delivered like a Hurricane Rana one time, and then like a scissor sweep or whatever it's called, where he like grabs him and throws him in with his legs. So there was a couple of those. But yeah, it ends as Big Show and Swagger and Del Rio are in there, I think. No, it's Swagger and Orton, and towards the end, then they're all going at it. Orton's about to deliver the RKO, I think, and Big Show interferes, and then they Big Show goes after Sheamus, hits him over the rope, and then Sheamus delivers the bro kick. Orton, I think Mark Henry goes for Orton. Orton hits him out or something like that. Mark Henry oh no, Del Rio kicks Mark Henry in the neck. Mark Henry falls out of the ring. Henry's taken out. Then Del Rio goes for the enziguri. Swagger ducks, puts him in the ankle lock, and from behind he forgets Orton's right there. Orton delivers the RKO for the 1, 2, 3. Orton, Sheamus, and Del Rio win via RKO. This match is good, as I said. I was going for Swagger, Henry, and Big Show. I knew they wouldn't win, but I was still going for them. A person can only dream, I guess, but I knew probably most likely the face team was going to get the W here. But yeah, this match is good for what it was worth. Good main event match, I thought. The show was pretty good overall. I'd probably give it a 7.5, maybe 8. I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10 overall. It's my overall grade. And yeah, I'll have my Extreme Rules predictions probably tomorrow. I may have an NXT review this week. I haven't watched the show yet on Hulu. I'll get to it, but if I don't have it, I'll have one next week for the next show. But yeah, check out my other videos and subscribe. Thanks, guys.